As a sophomore in 2019, he had 84 receptions for 1,780 yards and 20 touchdowns to go along with a 21.2 yards per reception average. Chase was so good, in fact, that despite the historically deep draft class, had he been draft eligible after the 2019 season, he would have been in the conversation for the top wide receiver right alongside Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Reagor, LSU teammate, Justin Jefferson and Brandon Ayuk, all first-rounders last spring. So what makes Chase so special? For starters, pound for pound, he's one of the strongest wide receivers in recent memory, excelling at contested catches that often then involve dragging defenders downfield as they try to gang tackle him. He's listed at 6 feet, 208 pounds, so it's not like he towers over defensive backs even though he plays like he's 4 inches taller and 20 pounds lighter. Chase broke 31% of tackles last season, according to Sports Info Solutions, which was number 2 among all FBS wideouts behind only University of Tennessee's John Johnson, who was a 7th-round pick of the 4.9 ERS in May. But that strength isn't just with the ball in the air. Chase, who saw plenty of press man coverage, consistently won at the line of scrimmage, manhandling cornerbacks as he got into his roots. We saw this all game long vs Alabama, where he was matched up against Trevon Diggs, the 6'2", 195-pound cornerback who was a Cowboys 2nd-round pick last spring. Chase's calling card is his strength and contested catch skills, but sometimes those traits overshadow his route running ability, though perhaps they shouldn't. 9 times during the 2019 season, Chase had at least 100 receiving yards in a game, including matchups against Florida, Alabama, Auburn and a 221-yard effort against Clemson in the national title game. All of these defenses featured formidable secondaries that either had players go in the first 2 rounds in 2020 or will likely see them go that high this spring. The point: Chase wasn't padding his stats against a bunch of kids who had no football future, he did it against some of the best players in college. We wouldn't so much call these weaknesses as things Chase needs to tidy up to be a bona fide playmaker at the next level. Either way, in terms of athleticism, he won't test like Ruggs, and he's average height for a wide receiver. But that's about it. He's dominant at the line, he's dominant throughout his route, and he's dominant with the ball in the air. He won't run a 4.3, but he doesn't need to. In many ways, Chase reminds me of Juju Smith-Schuster, who was 6'1", 215 pounds at the 2017 Combine, and he ran a 4.54 40-yard time. Smith-Schuster had 58 receptions for 917 yards and 7 touchdowns as a rookie, and followed that up with 111 catches for 1,426 yards and 7 more touchdowns in year 2. In the right system, that's the type of production we could see from Chase. Chase stood out on an LSU team that was littered with first-rounders and set all sorts of offensive records on the way to a perfect season. Given his mental toughness and his physical dominance, there's no reason to believe Chase won't have similar success in the NFL.